Hey guys, it's Rob here. Today we're covering a location that's quite iconic, that being the store in Irving, Texas. This was a test store, and as such had some pretty unique traits to it, which we'll get into later. For now, I want to thank Showbiz Sam for being the original requester of this area, and also thank all of these other people for also requesting this area. As usual, I've gathered information from multiple different sources, which I'll be linking in the description. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, as in the next video, we'll be going over an area that was home to a stage that was nearly the last of its kind. Anyways, let's get into the history of Chuck E. Cheese in Irving, Texas. The 2521 West Airport Freeway location opened in 1983 as a Pizza Time theater, opening with a balcony stage. It's unknown what guest star they opened with, and we don't have much on this location. They would receive Helen as their guest star in 1984, as all other locations would. After that, though, in mid to late 1984, the location would close, and its contents would be sold off in a Pizza Time Theater bankruptcy auction in November of 1984. We actually have footage from this auction, where we get to see all of the balcony stage characters, all in bandstand attire, since the show tape was playing right before they closed. You can also see other parts of the store, such as the games and multiple pieces of signage. The contents would be purchased by Jeff Henry, who would put the items in a water park called Schlitterbahn. Here's a few images showing them off, where they actually turned Helen back into Madame Oink. There's also photos of the other items that were placed here as well. No later than the 2000s, I believe everything would be removed, and it's unknown what happened to the animatronics. As for the building, it appears to now be a place called India Imports, a grocery store. 3903 West Airport Freeway location opened on September 27, 1988 as a Showbiz Pizza, opening with a rocker stage. This made it one of a handful of locations during this time to open under the Showbiz name, but have a Chuck E. Cheese stage in it. They opened with the 1986 remodel, having a Showbiz Pizza exterior, white walls, colored checkers, and newer decor such as these parody posters. We have a few photos from an annual report in 1989 that gives us a few photos of the location, starting with a shot of the counter where we could see some of the prizes as well as a part of the menu. The second photo shows us their exterior, which is almost the same as the normal one, except that Showbiz and Pizza are separate pieces. We also see a red awning in the center, with blue and white striped ones to the sides. Next is a photo of their ball pit area, with play tubes being visible on the outside. Finally, the fourth photo gives us a look at their kiddie area, where we can see a bunch of the rides, plus their colored checkers, and counter areas in the background, with blue and white awnings. We get our first piece of footage from 1990, being from a Chucky live show, where we get our first look at the rocker stage, and the bots all look to be in great shape here, with no issues I can see. Being a live show, Chuck isn't moving here, and can't be seen most of the time. The Chuck walk around here is the late 80s to early 90s head with Tuck's attire, though had a black and gold derby. I'm unsure if this is actually their own walk around though, since this was filmed for a live show. This won't be the last time we see Irving used in some sort of corporate video. Anyways, we get some footage from 1990 where we could see a bunch of the games, a bunch of the rides, their kiddie ball pit area, their main ball pit area, called the ball crawl, with a sign that had Munch and Jasper on it, and their Chuck walk around, which is in full Tuck's attire, though I can't identify which head it is. 1991 footage from a training video gives us a look at most of the store, including the exterior, which is still the Showbiz Pizza one. We get to look over a bunch of the games and rides again, and get even closer look at the counter areas, where we also see this multicolored awning which might be unique, and also see a couple of Chuck walk rounds, both having the late 80s to early 90s head, but being in different outfits, those being the Pizza Time Theater outfit and the Tux outfit. From here on out, there's a bunch of footage of the store, so if I skip over anything, it's because there wasn't anything notable to discuss about the footage. Anyways, we get to see Irving's rocker stage again in more footage from 1991, where the boss still look to be in good shape. We can also see their singing flowers here, which is the first time I think I've ever seen these flowers in action. They only have a mouth movement, but I think they fit nicely with the stage. We also see their Chuck walk around again, with the same head, though now sporting thumbchuck attire. We have a single photo from 1993, where we mainly get to see their ball crawl again, with a better look at the signage toward the top of it. In early 1994, Irving would receive the Operation Thumbchuck remodel, which would see the colored checkers removed, replacing older decor with newer decor, replacing the rocker stage with a one stage, which you get to see in a bit, and receive a Thumbchuck exterior, being the first location to receive this new exterior for Operation Thumbchuck, as prior stores that had gone the remodel simply used the Chuck E. Cheese's pizza signage. I should also note that this was the first store to receive the finalized version of Operation Thumbchuck, which is the first of a few different test concepts that this location would receive. Anyways, this wasn't the finalized design, which we see in another training video. Not only was this pose slightly different, but instead of wearing a cap, Chuck instead wore the red derby. This was also the only location to receive this signage, making it unique to the store. Moving back to the one stage, this would be seen in various pieces of training material in the background, but was also used for the 1 and 2 stage diagnostics, as well as a skit too. These give us a good look at what Irving's stage looked like during this time, which is notable because all but Chuck had unique outfits. Chuck is in full tux attire, as was standard for the time, but moving on to Helen, she's in a unique skating outfit, and I say skating outfit because you can see in one shot that she's got roller skates on. She also has yellow hair as well, which is always a welcome customization. Next is Munch, who is the least changed, as he only has a musical tie on. Moving to Jasper, he has a blue shirt on instead of the cowprint one, and also has black pants with boots. Finally is Pasquale, who appears to be wearing a white baseball jersey, and is also sporting a white baseball cap as well. The backdrop for Pasquale is also different, as instead of having Pasquale's amateur hour, it instead has a sign for this specific version of the band's name, Munch's Party Time Band. This is the only store that used these outfits, as well as the sign. We see in the skit comparison that the bots are of course in great shape, with no issues since it's what other stores had to compare their bots to. I should also note that this was a turntable one stage, which wasn't as common as the regular one stage. It was around the same time that they would receive Phase 1, which gave them new games, but also other upgrades, such as the first version of the Skytubes. This can be seen in a photo from 1994, where you can see some of the play tubes, plus a slide. Toddler Town, a predecessor to the Toddler Zone, can also be seen here. More 1994 footage gives us a look at their Operation Thumbchuck remodel, with the newer decor, new booths, and the predecessor to the Skytubes again. You can also see a Chuck and Helen walk around in front of the stage, with the 90s Helen walk around being used here, and Chuck having the 90s head and full tux attire. Again, I'm unsure if these are the store's own walkarounds, since this is from a training video. 1995 footage shows off the stage, which continues to look to be in great shape. Notably, Pasquale's outfit was already reverted to normal by this point, and the Munch's Party Time Band sign was swapped out for a Munch's Make Believe Band one. We also get to see a bit of the games, as well as their Chuck walk around, with the 90s head in the blue and white athletic attire. 1988 footage shows us more of the stage, which is still in good shape, except for the fact that Chuck's tooth is missing. Munch's tie was also gone by this point. I should also mention that between 1994 and 2000, the store expanded to the right, where a former tenant was located. We get some footage from 2000 that shows the store, still with the Operation Thumbchuck remodel, as well as their Chuck photo ride, being the original Derby variant, and also see the stage again, which from the little we see still looks to be in good shape. We have multiple photos of the stage from 2002, which shows that Chuck was now in full Chuck attire, as this was the outfit that started to be rolled out around this time. We also see that Helen and Jasper still have their custom outfits on by this point. In 2004, Irving would be one of the first locations to receive the Chuck reconfiguration, receiving an Avenger Chuck exterior, painting some of the walls purple, and adding some new decor. Like other early Chuck reconfigurations, they would keep some of the older decor up, as well as the showroom walls and balcony seating. 2006 footage shows off the stage again, where the boss still look to be in fairly good shape, though both Chuck and Pasquale's left arms appear to be out. More notable though is the fact that Helen and Jasper no longer have their custom outfits anymore, instead having their standard ones. We have more footage from 2006 that gives us a look at the new remodel aspects, such as these new pieces of decor that look like paintings, and also purple walls. We have an exterior shot from Google Maps taken in September of 2007, where you see their Avenger Chuck exterior, which had quite a few purple and red awnings. Footage from 2010 shows the stage to still be in good shape, with the only issue I can clearly see being that Helen's mouth doesn't work. Chuck also is in full Avenger attire by this point, including the cap. By 2011, the store would expand again to the right, into the space of another former tenant, formerly being a Mr. Big and Tall, a men's clothing store. We get a photo from 2013 that shows Chuck's cap was gone by this point. 2014 footage shows that the stage had declined quite a bit in shape, with multiple movements being out, and the entire show appearing to be running at a lower PSI than it's supposed to. In 2015, the location would remodel to the 2015 remodel, replacing the exterior with a Rockstar exterior, painting the walls blue, yellow, and lime green, and adding newer decor to replace the older decor. 2015 footage shows the stage to be in even worse shape, with many movements being out, and one of Jasper's irises no longer present. Chuck's left arm just also looks off for some reason. 2016 footage shows the stage to be in about the same shape, though Jasper now has his iris back. 2017 footage shows him in even worse shape, with Helen barely moving at all, and Munch and Jasper not having that much movement. Chuck and Pasquale also still have a few movements out each. 2019 footage shows the stage to still be in bad shape, at least from what I can see. Chuck is now in full Rockstar attire, though has no tooth, and Helen now has her yellow hair again. In late 2019, the location would receive the 2.0 remodel, changing the exterior to a simplistic Rockstar exterior, painting all of the walls white, replacing older decor with newer decor, and replacing the one stage with a 2019 model dance floor. A video wall would be added in summer of 2021, and as of June of 2025, the location remains like this. As for the bots, all of them would actually be saved, with all but most of Chuck being owned by TranStar Lexington. In conclusion, Irving is a pretty cool location, having tested multiple concepts out that, if they weren't the first, were among the first to have them, and Mudge's Party Time band in particular is probably the highlight of this location for me. It's a shame that after 2010, the bots really started to take a turn for the worst in condition, as before that, they were in pretty good shape. Overall, Irving was definitely a nice location to go over. Thank you guys for watching this video. I honestly didn't expect Irving's stage to have gone worse in condition over the years, at least to that degree, especially considering it was a store right by corporate offices. My next video will be going over the history of Chuck E. Cheese in Jackson, Mississippi, which had one of the last C stages, and other unique things about it as well, which you'll get to hear about next week. If you're interested in seeing that, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you're notified when it drops. If you want to find me elsewhere, I've got a Discord server and Instagram page, both linked in the description down below. That's going to do it for now though, so God bless, and I hope you all have a blessed day.